Pleasant good afternoon. A beautiful afternoon it is for Pee Wee Championship action here on 14 Karat Gold WCLU. Boy, just another gorgeous day for baseball championship style here in Glasgow and Barron County. Jim Moody and Bruce Tribune. It's Championship Monday. We've got a big doubleheader. We expect a capacity crowd on hand tonight at Gordon Park as the Brewers and the Blue Jays meet for the T-ball or the Pee Wee Championship here in just a few minutes. And after that, we'll move over to the Lou Gehrig League field and have the broadcast of the title game between the Phillies and the Dodgers. So we should have an exciting doubleheader of baseball action right here for you on 14 Karat Gold. Don't go away. If you want to do a little traveling, come on down here to Gordon Park. This is the place to be because we expect some great baseball action and T-ball action tonight. Already one championship has been decided. Yesterday you heard on WCLU the Braves beating the Cardinals by a score of 6-3. So congratulations to Mark Underwood's Braves ball club. Mike Wade's Cardinals team also did an outstanding job yesterday. Of course, Mark Underwood helped by Joey Shirley, and Mike Wade helped by Mark Wade and Tony Ritchie. Those teams had an outstanding game yesterday, and the All-Stars were announced. We don't have any All-Stars in the T-ball ranks, but we do in the Lou Gehrig League, and we will have those for you tonight here on WCLU. Now, before we talk with Bruce Tribune, we are making final notes, and we will talk with Bruce here in just a few moments as he jots down some more information for us. Let's look at the tournament bracket and see how we got here with this T-ball league. Let's go back to last Thursday night where the Phillies defeated the Cardinals and the A's got past the Dodgers. And then on Friday, the Mets beat the Astros, the Braves defeated the Padres, and the Angels got past the Yankees. That put us in quarterfinal action. On Saturday, the Blue Jays defeated the Phillies, the Mets over the A's, the Reds got past the Braves, and the Brewers downed the Angels. And that put the top four seeds in the semifinals. And remember now, you actually had to have a coin flip for the seeds 2, 3, and 4. The Brewers won that coin toss. They were seated second. The Reds seated third. The Mets seated fourth. So the Mets had to play the Blue Jays yesterday. An exciting battle here, with the Blue Jays winning 11-10. And then the Brewers a one-run victory against the Reds by a score of 16-15. And that sets up our championship battle tonight here on WCLU as the Brewers and the Blue Jays will go at it. This is a rematch, Bruce Tribune, of last year's battle between these two ball clubs. And, of course, then the Blue Jays lost to the Brewers by a score of 11-10. And that actually went down to the last batter of the contest. So we expect maybe much the same contest this afternoon here on 14 Karat Gold. When the Brewers and the Blue Jays played earlier this year, the Blue Jays won 16-14 in a tied game. So we expect an outstanding battle.
It should be a real good ball game, Jim. They played close all year. Like I say, the Blue Jays were undefeated. The second place teams all knocked each other out. They beat each other with a couple of losses, and we should have a real good ball game here today.
All right, let's talk a little bit about these two ball clubs for just a moment. The Brewers and the Blue Jays here. And the Brewers, of course, are coached by Steve Davenport and Mark Wade. And they have suffered only 2 losses this year, one coming to the Blue Jays and the other one coming to a very good Mets ball club. Coach Davenport and Coach Wade have worked hard with this ball club.
Yes, they have. These teams, you can tell they put in a lot of practice time, a lot of hard work, and it shows. These are young kids, and we'll see some errors, but they've really come a long way, and with a lot of hard practice, and we should see a real good ball game here. The Brewers are out there taking some infield right now, and Coach Wade's got them going. Both these teams, I believe, he's really pumped up. The Brewers wanting some revenge, and of course the Blue Jays wanting to finish the season undefeated.
All right, let's look at the starting lineup for the Brewers, and they'll have those Milwaukee Brewer uniforms on. Bruce, as you mentioned the lineup for the Brewers, I'll mention a line or two about these young ladies and men.
Well, we've got a situation, Jim. The Brewers will have 12 ball players. The Blue Jays only have 11. In T-ball rules, they have 11 counting batters each. So the 12th player will get bat for the Brewers, but it does not count if she scores or out or anything. It's not a counting batter. They just count 11 batters. So we'll go through the lineup here. We'll list 12 players for the Brewers, and leading off for the Brewers today will be Jared Herman playing left field.
Now, he's the son of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Herbert. Hits the ball well. He really helps this ball club. Let me mention, Bruce, we played 3 innings in T-ball. Everybody bats. We reversed the batting order in the 2nd inning. Now, the defense must bring the ball on the last counting batter. As you mentioned a moment ago, the defense must bring the ball, and the catcher must tag home plate with the ball for the inning to come to an end.
Right. As soon as it doesn't matter how many players are on bases or whatever. Once the ball, the catcher has to catch the ball. That's the only player that can touch home. The catcher has to catch the ball and touch home plate, and the inning's over.
Everybody plays in the field.
Everybody plays.
All right, Bruce, you talked about Mr. Herbert. Let's look at the rest of the Brewers' batting order.
Batting second will be Wes Royce, playing second base.
A son of Henry and Terry Lou Royce. Coach Davenport says the kid who really made our team gel. We couldn't find anyone better to consistently catch the ball at second. He's gotten a lot of help from his dad, and with a lot of hard work, he's turned into one of the best second basemen in this league, and he hits the ball well.
Second base is a very important position in this league because a lot of ground balls hit in the infield, and it's a tough throw from the left side to first base for these younger players. So they like to be sure and have someone that can catch the ball at second base to get that fourth out. Batting third will be Whitney Wade, the first baseman.
Daughter of Mark and Vicki Wade. Absolutely amazing to think that with a 6-year-old at first base, she does a tremendous job. Probably catches the ball as well as anyone on their ball club. A real good bat. Her dad's really worked hard with her. It's really paid off. 160 kids in that league, Bruce, and age-wise, she's probably 155th. Absolutely incredible.
Well, we watched her brother play first base for the Cardinals yesterday, and we know how intense her father can be, and she put in a lot of hard work right there, and so she gets the job done. Batting fourth, Jamie Frazier, the third baseman.
Son of Wesley and Brenda Frazier. He's the third baseman, by far their best bat. He's knocked the ball out of the park this year in a game situation, has an excellent glove, a strong arm. He's a great competitor, great kid. Mr. Frazier can hit that ball well.
Hits the long ball for him. Batting fifth, Jody Simmons. She'll be playing right center field.
The daughter of Joe Barry and Jane Howard Simmons. All right. The fastest player on the team. She's played several positions this year. Good batter. Just a great young lady.
Jody, and she's got 2 other sisters, Sarah Beth and Aaron. They live up the road from us. And of course, they're friends with my daughters. And that Jody is a real athlete. She does motor. Batting number 6, Danielle Beard, the catcher. Daughter of Danny and Kathy Beard, probably the most intense player on the team. She pays attention and does exactly what the coaches ask of her. She's a good batter. She runs well, and she's really done a solid job at the catching position. Batting 7th, Brock Edwards, the shortstop. That of Mitch and Patricia Edwards. He's really improved this year. Has a good glove, good bat, hard worker. Just a great kid, according to Coach Davenport. Batting number 8 will be Tony Hunter, and he'll play right field. Son of Janice Hunter, probably the most improved kid on the team. He hits the ball very well, runs well, and he gets better defensively every day. Ninth batter, Jimmy Davenport, the pitcher. The son of Steve and Janice Davenport, very consistent. He does everything very well. Coach Davenport is proud of his son. He says he's worked hard, and he's been very demanding, wanting to improve his game. Batting 10th, Greg Dillard, the left center fielder. Out of Sheila Dillard, their best outfielder, strong player, excellent bat, good arm, good glove, has really improved. Probably the best athlete on the Brewers. Number 11 will be Gordon Melton, and they play him as a rover infielder. They sort of play him between first and second base. The son of Skip and Charlene Melton, the hardest working kid on the team, excellent bat, vastly improved from last year. His dad Skip deserves all the credit. He says you can't imagine how many hours that Gordon has practiced, and it's really paid off. He does a great job as a last counting batter, and Bruce, that's critical. That's really critical in this league. Well, like you say, their first and last batters are usually pretty good batters. They want somebody that's going to hit the ball hard and get it out of the infield, because when we reverse the order there in the second inning, they want that last batter a strong batter, because they want the ball out of the infield to try to score as many people as they can before they can get the ball back to home plate. And our extra player will be Aaron Simmons, Jody's younger sister. And, of course, Joe Barry and Jane Howard Simmons, Aaron's parents.
He's really done a great job as a first-year player. He's gotten better as the year has gone on. He's really hit the ball well, and just a great kid. So those are the starters for the Brewers. Steve Davenport and Mark Wade do outstanding jobs as the coaches. The Brewers coming into this game with 2 losses. Now let's talk about the team that did not lose a game during the regular season, and what a job that Terry Durham and Alan Slater have done, Bruce, with the Blue Jays. And you know, they've had some super teams going back to last year.
Yes, they have. The Blue Jays have to be an excellent team to have come through this league undefeated, and they've gone through the tournament undefeated now as the #1 seed. So you know what kind of ball team they're bound to have. Leading off for them tonight will be Jonathan Houchins, the shortstop.
He's a second-year player, very good hitter, hits the ball well, runs the bases very well. I've seen him play. He is an outstanding shortstop.
Batting number 2, Eric Abner. He'll be playing right field.
And we'll see that Eric Abner, a first-year player, he plays a great right field, a strong arm, runs the bases well. Started the season as a catcher because he had a broken leg, so he's recovered from that. He's improved tremendously as his leg got better. I think that's great, Bruce. You know, a child at this age, you know, breaking a leg is a very serious injury, and coming back and playing well in the T-ball ranks, I think that says a lot for Mr. Abner.
Shows a lot of true grit right there, just coming and playing with a broken leg. You won't find many kids that will come out here with an injury like that. Batting third, Ryan Simpson, the second baseman.
First-year player, has a good arm, hits the ball well to left field. You can look for some big things out of Ryan next year as he continues to improve.
Fourth batter will be Abby Wells, and she'll play right center field.
Now, we'll find that Abby's a second-year player, plays the outfield very well, hits it well. Her arm has improved tremendously from last year. A very easy player to coach.
Fifth batter, Chuck Davis, the first baseman.
And we'll see that Mr. Davis is a second-year player, plays a very good first base, hits the ball well, but his biggest asset is base running, Chuck Davis.
Need good base runners in this league. They try to score as many runs as they can. You've got to be a smart base runner. With those extra infielders and stuff, they get that ball in. You've got to pay attention to what's going on. Sixth batter will be Allison Bradford, the catcher.
Allison's a first-year player. She's given 110% all year. Very easy to coach. Has improved tremendously since the season started.
Batting number 7, Jay Lancaster. He'll be in left center field.
Jay's a second-year player. Very good hitter. Has one of the best arms in the outfield of any outfielder in this league. Again, a coach's player, very easy to coach.
A league like this, you're fortunate to be able to have a good arm in the outfield. Most of their arms, you know, they have in the infield to try to throw those people out, and if you can get a good arm in the outfield, you're very fortunate. Batting number 8, Courtney Nunn, and she'll be in left field.
A first-year player, gives 110% all the time. Very easy to coach. Has improved a lot since the season started.
Ninth batter, Luke Fleener, the pitcher.
All right. Mr. Luke Fleener, boy, he does an outstanding job at that position. A first-year player, one of the best pitchers in this league, has a lot of baseball savvy, hits the ball well, fields well, and runs the bases well.
Number 10 will be Wesley Smith, and he's the rover infielder.
Wesley's a very good hitter, runs the bases well, one of the best second basemen in this league. Overall, a good ball player.
And their last big batter, Ryan Durham, the third baseman.
Oh, let me tell you, Bruce, I saw the Brewers and the Blue Jays play in the regular season. Mr. Durham, he can scoop that ball up at third base, and for his age, I haven't seen a kid with a better arm. He can fire that baseball.
Need that arm at third base. Jim, I think the Blue Jays, Alan and Terry told me they have one player that's on vacation or something right here we might want to mention.
Okay, that's Heath Ritter, normally the left fielder. He's been on vacation during the final 2 games of the tournament. A second-year player, hits the ball very hard, gives 110%, very coachable. Coach Durham and Coach Flitter tell us their best asset is their defense. They were very strong at all the bases and pitcher, and their defense won most of their games. And when you get down to it, Bruce, a few hits here and there, if you play that solid defense, you're going to win most of your games.
Well, you know, I've been around softball a while with my daughters and stuff, and of course, Randall and I. Defense, we try to stress defense. Defense is very important. If you can keep the other team from scoring, usually you can win the ball game.
Let me mention a couple other notes about Ryan Durham. I made my observations about it a moment ago, but let me tell you what Coach Durham and Coach Flitter say about him. He's one of the best third basemen in this league. Hits well, fields well, runs the bases well. Again, he's got that great baseball sense. And boy, Bruce, you love to see those kids that have that savvy. They have that sense about them at this age.
that really helps where you have somebody, know where to go with the ball when the ball is hit to them, and it's a big plus right there. I mean, you have runners on base, and having a player for leadership that's like a coach on the field right there, and it's a big help to have somebody that knows what's going on out there in your infield.
All right, those are the starting lineups. The Blue Jays and the Brewers battling for the Pee Wee Championship. It's Championship Monday on WCLU. We'll be back after these two messages on 14 Karat Go Sports.
When planning your vacation, come to South Central Bank.
When it comes to your vacation financial needs, South Central Bank is your one-stop vacation headquarters with a wide variety of vacation services available, and that's good for you.
You're going to need cash, of course, and that's why South Central Bank offers vacation loans. When you apply, you'll receive a fast answer. Plus, we can arrange terms to fit your budget.
And to be on the safe side, make sure you pick up American Express traveler's checks at South Central Bank. They're safe and insured.
Also, don't forget to apply for your MasterCard or Visa, the perfect traveling companion. A Visa or MasterCard from South Central Bank is accepted worldwide for meals, hotels, and emergency cash.
So before you pack your bags, take a trip to South Central Bank. We're good for you and your vacation, too.
We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
South Central Bank, Glasgow and Park City. Member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
Monday night is family night at McDonald's.
Come on in for a budget-minded deal from 4 till 8 every Monday night for dine-in customers only.
You can buy McDonald's hamburgers for just 25 cents.
There's a limit of 10, so you can bring your whole family in to the dining room at McDonald's in Glasgow for a great deal on a great meal. Monday nights, 4 till 8, dine-in customers only.
McDonald's hamburgers, just 25 cents each.
Limit 10 at McDonald's, now at the Bypass in Glasgow. Monday night is family night.
Well, Bruce Tribune, how about let me pass along some good news to you and the rest of Glasgow and Barron County. You want to hear some good news today, sir?
We need good news.
All right, well, we've got some for you. We were at a press conference about 40 minutes ago, and we learned from Governor Brereton Jones out at the Glasgow Inn that Technotrim, a manufacturer of automotive seat covers, plans to locate a plant employing up to 400 people in Glasgow. Now, it's headquartered in Livonia, Michigan, and it's a joint venture partnership between Johnson Controls and Tashi S. Limited, headquartered in Tokyo. Governor Jones and Lieutenant Governor Paul Patton and former Governor Martha Lane Collins met with officials of Tashi S. Company during their visit to Japan about 5 weeks ago, at which time the Glasgow project was discussed. This is an $8 million investment. The plant will be located out of Beaver Trail, 25-acre tract. As you go out to Beaver Trail, it will be on your right, a little piece behind ACK Controls. You folks know where that is, off Highway 90. Now, this plant, it's a 110,000 square foot facility. They'll construct it. It will be across the road from the spec building that you probably know about. Construction starts next month. Completion scheduled for early January. Production startup late January or early February. The plant will manufacture seat covers for Nissan and General Motors. They've already got one plant in Maysville that employs 350 people. So, Bruce, this is some great news for Glasgow and Barron County.
Yes, it is, Jim. That should really help our unemployment situation. And anytime we can get a new industry to come in, it's a plus for the community.
We'll have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning here on WCLU. Bruce, let's get a few final observations from you. The Blue Jays and the Brewers, two outstanding T-ball teams here tonight, and after that we've got the Phillies and the Dodgers for the Lou Gehrig League title.
Well, the coaches are giving their final pep talks and their final preparations, and both these teams seem really fired up. All the parents, I've been down here, I haven't gotten to see many Little League ball games this year. I've been to a couple of T-ball games, and the parents really get into it at this age, and I'm really looking for a good ball game. Let's hope we have a good ball game.
Remember, going on also at this hour, we've got Babe Ruth tournament action over at Caverna, and starting just moments ago over at Richardson Field, we will host the district Babe Ruth tournament the week of July 16th. And the winner of that, both the 13-year-old division and the 14-15-year-old division, will head to Owensboro and Henderson, respectively, for the state tournament. Also, Bruce, as you are well aware, we've got lots of softball regular season games left, from the Kiwanis League to the Co-Ed League to the Church League to the Men's League. We've got weekend tournaments going on for our travel teams. So lots of softball still going on, and probably softball will run as long or longer than baseball will.
Well, softball generally runs the last week of July. Sometimes it gets into the first week of August. I think we still have 4 regular season games left, and it usually lasts a little longer. We get a little later start. We usually don't try to start until the week that school's out, and generally we just, in the Kiwanis division, we play 1 ball game a week. And, of course, we had a few rainouts and had some makeup there, but that season does run a little bit longer. Our season, usually the Kiwanis tournaments, they host 1 local tournament here, and we don't have, they don't have an all-star team such that where they have to go and play in a lot of tournaments. These tournaments that get started up in July, where you've got these teams, and so we, like I say, generally don't wind up till about the last week of July.
And I don't want to certainly leave the Barron County Baseball League out, the Little League program. They had a T-ball tournament a couple of weeks ago. They had 22 teams in that. And, of course, Bruce, they play their leagues really at the different schools, like Red Cross and Temple Hill and Park City. And then when they get into the tournament format, and maybe the regular season as well, that's when they really begin some hard competition.
They bring the county together and have, different tournaments at different sites. And it's really good for those kids. I mean, where they played each other, and then they get to have that county tournament. And that's a real good tournament for those kids. They get to learn some of these other players before they get into middle school or high school with them. And it's a good idea where they can have a tournament like that.
Now, I talked with Coy Meadows today. If you heard our noon newscast, Bruce, I don't know if you got a chance to hear it, but our American Legion team beat Central Kentucky. I believe that's out of Columbia or Campbellsville. Pair of games on Sunday, and we beat Vine Grove at a pair of games on Saturday. So the post-28 team, 11-6. Coy's main concern right now, giving up too many walks. The biggest strength, team batting average over 300.
Like you say, being tied up with softball, I haven't got to watch the Legion team. In past years, before my daughters got old enough, I'd watch the Legion team, and we've got an excellent Legion. Now, just reading in the paper the players that they picked up from the schools in the area, he has a good nucleus of a good ball club, and I'm sure they are hitting the ball well. It's a situation where they've come right out of high school ball, and they're right into the Legion season, and the more bats these players have gotten, the better eye they're getting, and I'm sure that they're raising those batting averages during the summer, probably batting better than they did during the spring, during the high school season.
All right, both teams having their lineups announced here by their respective coaches, and Coach Durham now announcing the Blue Jays. Coach Davenport announced the Brewers just a moment ago. The Brewers will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. They will have the first base dugout, and the Blue Jays will have the third base dugout. We'll be ready for the start of this game after these 2 messages on WCLU Sports.
Dickerson Lumber Company knows about tradition. For a number of years, Dickerson Lumber Company has been buying standing timber and logs. But any great tradition has its beginnings. That's why Dickerson Lumber Company applauds everyone associated with the Little League for the contribution it makes in getting our young people's lives off to a great start. Thanks to the coaches, parents, players, and everyone for a great year. From Carl and David Dickerson and everyone at Dickerson Lumber Company.
Dr. Chris Stewart believes in our schools, and with good reason. Even long before he started his dental practice in Cave City, Chris Stewart was involved in school support and activities. He knows that dedication and hard work not only make a great team, but a great individual. Chris Stewart has shown that in his work as a dentist, in his dedication to his community, and hard work as a civic leader. And that's why Chris Stewart continues to support our youth and our community by sponsoring this broadcast. Because Chris Stewart knows that the best way to a better tomorrow is to invest in teaching leadership today. Best of luck from Dr. Chris Stewart.
Right, we're ready for this game to get underway as Jared Herman will lead it off. Remember, everybody bats in T-ball.
Everybody bats 1 time each inning.
And Jared's a lefty. And let's see how they play him, Bruce. They're shifted over to the left side as he hits a slow roller foul down the third base line. And with his great speed, he's going to try to beat out the great arm, it looked like, of Ryan Durham at third base.
He appears to be trying to go down that third base line.
He'll roll it to Durham. It's in fair territory. He bobbles the baseball, and the throw will not be in time. Skips past the first baseman. But there to back up for the Blue Jays, an outstanding job that time of backing up, is Ryan Simpson. Throw from Durham, I think, would have been late anyway.
Right, he bobbled that ball. It took a quick haul off on him there at third base. The coach is talking to him. I don't know whether, it just bumped him in the arm there or not, but he seems to be all right, trying to settle him down. And he would have beaten the throw there, but I scored in an error there, but because he didn't field the ball well.
Here's second baseman Wes Royce with Jared Herbert at first. Royce, remember, we hit off a stick here. No pitch hit in T-ball. Royce hits a line drive that will fall to the second baseman Simpson. He will try to get the force out at second. The second baseman drops the baseball. Let's see, he will get back in time as the middle infielder, the rover Wesley Smith, dropped it. But Herbert got a bit of a late start, Bruce, and forced out at second is Herbert. Royce on with the fielder's choice.
Well, he hesitated. He thought the second baseman was going to catch the ball, and then he took off, and then he went back. He couldn't decide.
Here's Whitney Wade, the first baseman. They'll play her straight away. She may go to the right side of Bruce. She's capable of doing that. She hits a slow grounder to the second baseman. He bobbles it. Simpson's throw will not be in time. Got past the first baseman, Davis. Here comes Royce around second. He'll head to third. Wade will remain at first base. So runners on the corners for the Brewers. And, of course, we don't worry about outs here in the T-ball ranks. Now, the cleanup hitter, Jamie Frazier, and he can take it a long way. He's a third baseman. He's the best batter on this Brewers ball club, and they play him deep. Runners at first and third. Oh, it's a line shot down the right field line.
That ball hit the fence in the fly.
Almost took off. They may have a play at third, and Wade will be tagged out at third. Great throw from Smith to Ryan Durham at third base. The Brewers lead 1-0, but Wade is thrown out at third. Advancing to second is Frazier, and he missed a homer, Bruce, by what? Maybe a foot?
Oh, about 2.5, 3 foot. It hit on that fence, and he took it down that right field line. That's a heck of a shot.
Frazier with an RBI as Royce scores, and it's 1-0. The Blue Jays trailing the Brewers. Here's Jody Simmons, the right center fielder. Hits the ground ball to Durham. He scoops it up. Ryan's throw. It took the first baseman off the bag, and safe is Simmons. Heading over to third for the Brewers is Jamie Frazier. So runners on the corners, and the error hurting the Blue Jays.
You tell the coaches, they'll look at them. They tell them each one where they want them to hit that ball, and of course they played Jody. They brought the third baseman in about halfway up the line. They played her, fielded the ball well, and just made the throw a little wide there at first base.
Here's the catcher, Danielle Beard. Here it's a slow roller to Durham. Durham will take it over to first. Oh, that throw is far too high. It will roll into right field. Frazier will score. Rounding the bag at third is Simmons. She'll try to score as the throw is going to be a little bit late. Now Smith will pick it up. Will they get the runner out? Yes, they will. Smith, nice throw to Durham. And thrown out at third is Danielle Beard. But the Brewers take a 3-0 lead as both Frazier and Simmons score. But Smith and Durham, Bruce, have hooked up for a couple of throws for tag out.
Right.
The runners trying to advance from second to third.
There at third base.
Here's Brock Edwards. Nobody aboard for the Brewers. They lead 3-0. Edwards is a seventh batter, the shortstop. Looks like he'll try to go to the left side as he hits it off that tee. Makes a big old cut. Oh, nice line drive up the middle.
Up the middle. There's nobody there.
That's right. Nobody's there. It will roll close to the fence. He'll have only a single, though, as a great job defensively by Jay Lancaster.
He got over on that ball quick.
Boy, he got over there. Jay did.
That third out right there, that out they got right there on the tag at third base probably cost them a run. Because
maybe 2 runs because they've had 2 tagged out, Bruce.
You know, that one, if Beard would have stayed at second, she probably would have scored off that hit to the up the middle as hard as it was hit.
Here's Tony Hunter. Looks like he's going to try to go to the right side. A dead ball called by home plate umpire Richie Garjuan, and that may be a break for the Brewers right there. Mr. Fleener got over there to snag that ball.
Made an excellent catch on that ball.
Yes, sir.
He hit all tee on that one, so they'll give him another bat.
Michael Darth, the third base umpire, the first and second base umpire, Brian Settle. Here's Hunter. Another dead ball as a little looper hit right in front of the first baseman, Chuck Davis. Of course, it's a dead ball when you hit that tee. Runner at first base for the Brewers. They are down to their 8th batter. We bat around in T-ball. Hunter ready to take a big cut. Hits a ground ball. First baseman Davis. He'll step on the bag for the unassisted out. Roaming over to second base for the Brewers is, I believe, Brock Edwards. So Edwards at second. 3-0. This is a good Blue Jays defense, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They play good defense.
Here,
the Brewers have been able to hit the one off the fence, and Danielle Beard hit the ball up the middle.
Here's Jimmy Davenport, the pitcher, number 9 hitter in this Brewers order. They'll have, I believe, 2 more after this. They will have 3 more, but 2 more will count.
2 more counting.
Right. Jimmy Davenport. Now he and Steve Davenport have a brief discussion about the length of the tee here. I believe they're wanting to lower it for Jimmy.
Right. The tee's a little high, and they're wanting a lower tee. They've got one outside the fence here. I believe they're going to bring in. I understand he's probably wanting to hit the ball on the ground. He's afraid, if he tees it up too high, that he might pop the ball up, having to swing up on it.
All right, so Mr. Gajuan obliges, and he'll bring it to the home plate right here. Boy, we've got a big sign in the outfield that says Go Blue Jays. Got the Brewers sign in their dugout. Boy, they're ready for this one, aren't they, Bruce?
Yes, they are. Everybody's pumped up and standing on the fence.
Nothing like it, let me tell you. Davenport with the runner at second base. 3-0, the Brewers with the lead, top of the first inning. Davenport ready to swing that bat. Getting some instruction from his dad, Steve. Davenport ready to take a big old swing right here. And he does, and it's caught by Luke Slater. Oh, nice catch by Luke at that pitching position. And that ball was well hit.
Yes, it was. He hit that ball. He had him played well. He wasn't playing in the left side of that circle. That ball's probably up the middle and scores a run.
Boy, Luke, he did. He had him played perfectly right there. All right, here's Greg Dillard, the center fielder. Runner at second. If you're a Brewers fan, you want to score that 4th run. If you're the Blue Jays, you'd like to hold them to 3. That's awfully good in T-ball. I don't believe they'll do it because there's a big line drive hit by Dillard that will roll to the fence. Rounding the bag at third is Brock Edwards, and he will score. Dillard is chased back to first base by the middle infielder, Wesley Smith, and the Brewers lead 4-0. Now, here's Gordon Melton. He is the last counting batter. So remember, fans, that the Blue Jays must bring the ball to the catcher, Miss Allison Bradford, if the runner from first scores before Miss Bradford catches the ball and tags the plate. Of course, the run counts. Here's Melton. It's a ground ball that will roll to center field. It has a chance. The runner rounds second. That is Dillard. He rounds third. Well, here comes the throw. I believe they'll be in pretty good shape. No, they won't because Bradford can't catch it. And she steps on the plate after Dillard scores it at 5-0. As the Blue Jays will give up 5 runs in this inning. That was a big run right there for the Brewers.
Hit that ball right past the first baseman, and then it rolled to the fence. I think they were hoping to have Dillard on second base. On that last play, they tried to advance him. And they got a good throw back in, and they held him to first. But they got the ball back in, but Allison Bradford wasn't able to pick it up and touch the plate.
Here's Miss Aaron Simmons. Hits a ground ball to Slater. He's got it. He'll roll it on to the plate, and Allison will step on it, and they record the final out. But the Brewers, of course, do have a 5-0 lead here at the end of 1/2 inning.
Brewers pick up 5 runs on 5 hits. There were 3 Blue Jay errors, and Gordon Melton was left on base because the plate was tagged before he could get around, so they had 1 left.
After a 1/2 inning, the Brewers 5, Blue Jays coming to bat. We'll return after these 2 messages on WCLU Sports.
Monday night is family night at McDonald's.
Come on in for a budget-minded deal from 4 till 8 every Monday night for dine-in customers only.
You can buy McDonald's hamburgers for just 25 cents.
There's a limit of 10, so you can bring your whole family in to the dining room at McDonald's in Glasgow for a great deal on a great meal. Monday nights 4 till 8, dine-in customers only.
McDonald's hamburgers, just 25 cents each.
Limit 10 at McDonald's, Knob Road at the Bypass in Glasgow. Monday night is family night.
Hi, I'm Deborah Norville. This week we'll be talking about what you're talking about.
To hear somebody with that kind of an income whine about $30 or $30,000 for a generous retirement plan, it's like hearing the Emir of Kuwait whine about the cost of Ferraris.
I think it is reasonable to expect that we're going to see the president move at least into a David Frost sort of format.
I'm not weeping at all for Mr. Martin, nor for any of the other misrepresentatives in Congress.
So don't miss a moment of the Deborah Norville program.
Join Deborah Norville weeknights from 6 until 9 here on 14 Karat Gold WCLU.
All right, the Blue Jays trailing the Brewers 5-0. Bruce, who's the leadoff batter for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the first inning?
Eric Abner will be on deck. Ryan Simpson is in the hole.
Well, Jonathan Houchins gets set. They expect him to pull it. Boy, he does. Long fly ball that will roll to center field. And Simmons will go after it along with Greg Dillard. Here comes the throw to second base. And it's not in time as Wes Royce can't lay the tag on the base runner. Nice throw, a little bit late. Royce did a good job, but a good running effort that time by Jonathan Houchins.
Wes made a good catch, but Johnson showed some great speed there. He rounded that first base, and he was motoring going into second there. Hit the ball well.
All right. Here's
Eric Abner.
Set to hit the baseball right here. Eric. Line drive. Good catch by Frazier at third base. Boy, you won't see him any better than that. Nice catch on the line drive. Abner hit that ball well. Eric hit that ball well, Bruce. Boy, that's a great catch by Frazier at third.
That ball's by him. That's a run.
You're right.
Makes an excellent catch right there.
Here's Ryan Simpson, the second baseman. He's a first-year player. They expect him to pull. Let's see what Simpson does with the runner on second base. It's a ground ball. Shortstop rolls right through his legs, will roll to the fence. Frazier and the shortstop Edwards went after it. 1 run will score for the Blue Jays. The throw will not be in time. It will roll past the second baseman. Now the ball comes back to the pitcher. And the Blue Jays score their first run as Houchins scores. Simpson advances to third. And on the air, the Blue Jays had business with the runner at third base. And here's Abby Wells, the cleanup hitter. Miss Abby plays right center field. It's like Frazier and Edwards got a little too close that time on the left side of the infield.
Jamie was running toward first and cut across to him, and I think Brock thought he had the ball, and he took his eye off of it, and when Jamie didn't pick it up, it went right between his legs.
All right, Abby Wells gets ready to take a big cut. It's a pop fly. Frazier's got it. About 7 or 8 feet in front of the third base bag to the out. So the number 5 hitter, Chuck Davis. Mr. Davis steps in. He's the outstanding first baseman for the Blue Jays.
Pretty good glove there at third base.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whitney Wade to the first for the Brewers. Gordon Melton between first and second. Wes Royce, the rover, or the middle infielder. Brock Edwards at short. Jamie Frazier at third. Jared Herbert in left field. Aaron Simmons in left center. Greg Dillard in center field. Line drive. That will fall in for a base hit and roll to the fence. So an RBI base hit, maybe 2 for Mr. Davis as he rounds the bag. Here's a throw to Royce. Is it in time? Oh, Royce, they may get him hung up. Royce's throw will be in time. Great throw by Wes Royce. Great tag by Jamie Frazier. And that time, Mr. Davis just, he was just plumb excited, and he got just a little bit in a hurry.
Had him a stand-up double and forgot to stop.
Boy, didn't he hit that ball well, though?
Wes made a good throw there to Jamie Frazier, and Jamie put the tag on him. But
I've been impressed, Bruce, with the way these outfielders get the ball quickly into the infield.
He gets an RBI right there.
All right, now here's a left-hander, Miss Allison Bradford, at the plate. Let's see what Allison does. She's the catcher.
To go down the third base line.
It's a slow roller, but it's a foul. It's a dead ball. She hit part of the tee. 5-2. Oh, haven't we seen some great defensive plays already here in the first inning?
They're questioning that she didn't get a full swing on it or something. They're going to bat her again.
Like she might try to roll one down the third base line, Bruce. Frazier stepping in just a little bit. Bradford looks like she'll go that way. Line drive. Frazier's got it. Well, that's 3 catches on line drives that he's nabbed here in the bottom of the first inning.
Hey, wearing Jamie out over there.
He's having a busy day.
Well, he's had. Well, they've gotten 4 outs, and he's had a hand in all 4 of them.
Here's Jay Lancaster, the left center fielder, and Jay bats in the number 7 position. Looks like he'll try to pull it.
Sure, the Blue Jays are trying to get some base runners now because they're coming up to that last counting batter.
And they've got some of their big hitters coming up too. And they'll shift over to the left for Jay Lancaster. Lancaster pops it up, a dead ball. Jimmy Davenport gives it a chase on the left side, but it's a dead ball. The Lou Gehrig League Championship coming up after this with the Phillies and the Dodgers going at it. And that broadcast will be around 7:50, maybe a little bit later, here on WCLU. Lancaster set to take a big cut right here. It's 5-2. Brewers with the lead at the bottom of the first inning. We play 3 here in T-ball. Lancaster eyes that baseball. Takes a cut. Here's a ground ball to Frazier. He's got it at third. His throw will be in time to miss Whitney Wade at first base for the out. 5 outs he's been involved
Frazier
in.
Again. you think maybe they start going away from him.
Good catch by Whitney Wade over there, too.
2 hands. You know, you see very few young children anymore use 2 hands. We really try to get our players to do that, and it's just, I feel like it's television. They watch the professional players now use that 1 hand. You can't get them to do it.
Frazier, he dropped that line drive. Couldn't quite catch it. Was throw be in time? Yes, it will. Boy, great recovery by Jamie Frazier. What an outstanding game he's having at third base. Couldn't quite catch the line drive. It popped out, but he recovers and throws out Courtney Nunn.
Had the big key hit off the fence.
So far, he's done it.
Fleener up now.
Well, Luke's an outstanding player pitcher. We've set him to a solid job up the middle for Coach Durham's team.
I imagine if he gets the ball in the outfield, he'll probably try to take that extra base.
Oh, he's quick. He's quick. And they expect him to pull it. They've got 2 infielders and 3 outfielders on the left side. Now he's shifted a little bit like he wants to go to the right side. There's a line drive to the shortstop. Oh, he bobbles it a little bit, but he is backed up by the left center fielder, Simmons. Edwards couldn't quite hold on to it, but they do hold him to a base. As Wes Royce will walk back the batter. Now the ball goes to the pitching mound, and of course you must get beyond the halfway mark.
Right, they've got a line. They have a line drawn out there, and if it's back in the pitcher's circle before the ball gets to, before the runner gets halfway, he has to return back to the base he was on before.
Here's Wesley Smith, the rover. He's done a real good job. He's hooked up with Mr. Durham for a couple of tag outs on third base. So Smith ready to take a cut. Here's a pop fly, and not quite caught by Edwards. Here's a throw to Royce at second. Oh, he couldn't quite handle it from the third baseman Frazier. Now let's see if they can tag out the runner. They do not, as the runner safe at second, and scoring for the Blue Jays, Bruce, is Luke Pointer, and Smith is safe at second. Tag was just a little bit high.
Just a little high.
5-3. Here's Ryan Durham, the last counting batter. Boy, that ball was almost caught by Frazier again.
Yes, it was. He got back. It bounced out of his glove.
A little bit tougher.
The best the Blue Jays are looking at right now is a tie after the first inning, because they've got 1 runner on and a batter, and the most they could score right here would be 2, and that would be tie the ball game up.
Well, we expected a great battle here. It looks like Durham may try to go up the middle or to the right side. Hits a line drive, and it will roll to the fence. 1 run we know will score. That will make it a 5-4 game. Here comes a throw home as Mr. Smith scores. They'll roll it to home plate for the final out. Oh, we've got a tight one here at Gorin Park. 5-4, Bruce. The Brewers lead the Blue Jays. Give Mr. Durham an RBI. Drive it in. Wesley Smith with a nice hit into left center field. And give the Brewers credit for getting that ball in. Started by Simmons. All right.
Then we've got 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 3 Brewer errors with 1 man left on base.
So, after an inning, the Brewers and the Blue Jays. Brewers 5, Blue Jays 4. Back after this one message on WCLU Sports.
When planning your vacation, come to South Central Bank.
When it comes to your vacation financial needs, South Central Bank is your one-stop vacation headquarters with a wide variety of vacation services available, and that's good for you.
You're going to need cash, of course, and that's why South Central Bank offers vacation loans. When you apply, you'll receive a fast answer. Plus, we can arrange terms to fit your budget.
And to be on the safe side, make sure you pick up American Express traveler's checks at South Central Bank. They're safe and insured.
Also, don't forget to apply for your MasterCard or Visa, the perfect traveling companion. A Visa or MasterCard from South Central Bank is accepted worldwide for meals, hotels, and emergency cash.
So before you pack your bags, take a trip to South Central Bank. We're good for you and your vacation, too.
We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
South Central Bank, Glasgow and Park City, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender.
Boy, Greg Dillard made a nice throw in the last inning, Bruce, to cut down that 5th run.
Sure did. Got the ball into Jimmy.
Here's Aaron Simmons. Simmons, let's see if she gets on first base. She does, as she rolls one, and Simpson, I thought, did a great job defensively for the Blue Jays.
Well, I've got a question here now, Jim. She bats first. Does this time does Jared Herman, I guess, does not count?
Right.
So we have to score that an E1 on the throw, E3 on the play, a runner on first. Error on the catch.
Well, Simpson got there in time, Bruce, and Davis was covering as a ground ball comes to Simpson. The throw will be in time as Smith tags out Aaron Simmons. Safe on the fielder's choice is Gordon Melton. 5-4, the Brewers lead the Blue Jays. Just a moment ago, though, Simpson did a good job, Bruce, but he just bobbled it a little bit.
Yes, he did. Well, he caught the ball and then just, let it fall out of the glove.
These two teams played last year, and the Brewers won 11-10. We're in the second inning here. They're up 5-4 against the Blue Jays as Greg Dillard, who had a single his last time, but he's got a base hit here, maybe extra bases. As here comes the throw to Durham from the left center fielder, and homing on back to second base will be Melton, and Dillard will have a single. That's a nice throw from Jay Lancaster.
Got that ball back into third base. He was Gordon Melton had started to third, and Greg Dillard rounded, and he had to get back to first because they had to send Gordon back. I think Coach Davenport had a couple thrown out there at third base on good catches in that first inning. He doesn't want to make that mistake again.
With these outfields, you may not get too many extra base hits.
No, very few, because they get on the ball pretty quick and get it back in.
Here's Jimmy Davenport. Looks like he's going to go to the right side with runners at first and second. Davenport hits a foul ball or a dead ball because he hit the tee with the bat. So Melton at second, Dillard at first. Top of the second inning for the T-ball championship here on WCLU. The Brewers leading the Blue Jays 5-4.
He's looking to go down the first base side to try to advance that runner to third. They want to get another runner in scoring position.
And they've shifted three infielders, Smith, Simpson, and Davis, between second and first. The tee being adjusted for Mr. Davenport. Is he ready to take a big old cut right here? There's a ground ball. Took a bad hop and rose into right center field. Here comes Gordon Melton rounding the bag at third. Let's see if they'll try to score the second run. Here's a throw, and a good throw from Smith to Fleeter. And Fleeter cuts down what might have been another run for the Brewers. Holding up at third base will be Greg Dillard. Melton does score. Jimmy Davenport. That looked like Fleeter was there. It took a high hop on him. Then the second baseman, Simpson, couldn't quite get it.
Score that a hit. I mean, it took a bad hop on him. He was there on the ball, and it seemed like it got right to his glove. It just jumped at him.
Abby Wells and Eric Abner got it back in right center field, doing a good job. 6-4, the Brewers with the lead. Here's Tony Hunter. He grounded out to first base his last time. It's a foul ball down the first base line. Look at Mark Wade get out of the way. Have you ever seen him move that quick in your life? He's the first base coach, Steve Davenport, with some instructions to Mr. Hunter at third base.
Coach Wade's got that high step down pass.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Runners on the quarters for the Brewers. They lead 6-4 over the Blue Jays here in the T-ball championship. It looks like Hunter wants to go to that right side, and he hits the ground ball. Simpson's got it at second. He'll fire over to Smith for the forced out. A run does score. It's 7-4. Hunter at first on the fielder's choice, and scoring is Greg Dillard. Forced out at second is Jimmy Davenport. Hunter, the runner at the first. Here's Brock Edwards, who had a single his last time. Let me mention during the first inning that Melton had a double, Dillard had a single, Davenport flew out to the pitcher, Hunter grounded out to the first baseman, Edwards, the batter now, had a single. Hunter's the runner at first. 7-4, the Brewers with the lead against the Blue Jays. Brock Edwards ready to take a big old cut right here. He's the shortstop. Ground ball comes to Durham. He's got it. Throw at second base will be in time for the force out. Good play by Ryan Durham. Durham. Nice catch by Wesley Smith for the out. And that's I think the key defensively is to get that force out and continue to get that force out in T-ball.
You want to cut that man down at second, because once he gets to second, a base hit is generally most times a run. If you can hold the runner to first base and get the force out at second, usually what they're after.
Here's the catcher, Danielle Beard. She reached out there her first time. Looks like she may try to go to the right side. It's a slow roller to Slater. His throw. Oh, beautiful throw to Smith at second base for Mr. Luke Slater, the pitcher. Oh, he's got a nice arm. Nice touch on that throw and got the force out.
Made an excellent throw.
Oh, boy. In this age division, that's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
Sometimes in the major leagues, that's not an easy thing to do.
That's a pretty tough throw. I mean, he had to charge the box, and field that ball out in front of the mound.
Here's Jody Simmons, reached out there her first time.
They've got her looking down first base side again.
Jody, the right center fielder, hits a dead ball, foul ball. It was picked up by Luke Slater. He's very quick up the middle. Bruce, don't we have an outstanding crowd here?
Yes, we do.
We've got them almost all around the outfield, at least halfway. Standing up. The bleachers are full. Oh,
hard
good
to believe it's this many people come down to see this
I'm
player play, and
it's great. Low roller comes to Slater. He'll tag out the runner going to first base. Advancing to second will be Danielle Beard. Simmons grounds out to the pitcher. Here's Jamie Frazier.
Jamie hit that ball off the fence and right down the right field side that first time.
Two more counting batters, Bruce, after Frazier.
Right.
Looks like he may try to go to the left side right here.
First couple batters.
There's a line shot. Will roll to the fence in left center field. Left center fielder Lancaster will try to bring it in. Here comes the runner. Scoring will be Danielle Beard at an RBI single for Frazier. And it's 8-4. The Brewers on top of the Blue Jays here for the Pee Wee Championship. Now Whitney Wade, who got a base hit her first time up. And then Wes Royce will be the last counting batter. Of course, Jared Herbert will bat, but Wes will be the last counting batter. If you're the Blue Jays, Bruce, you'd like to hold them to no more runs. If you're the Brewers, you'd like to get at least one more, I think.
Right. They want to try to advance Jamie right here, so that last batter, Wes Royce, will have a chance to get him in.
Ground ball comes to the second baseman. Throw in time. Nice play by the second baseman. Ryan Simpson fires to Smith. Boy, I'll tell you what. These infields and outfielders, but particularly the infielders, are very impressive.
Some of these players look like they've been doing it all their life, don't they? We've got the last counting batter now, Wes Royce.
Wes reached out a fielder's choice his first time, but he has scored the first run of this game for the Brewers. So he wants to knock it a long way right here.
He hit the ball to second base his first time up.
All right, Royce ready to take a big old swing right here. It's a grounder to Slater. Slater will roll it to Bradford, and this Bradford, Allison Bradford, steps on the bag. Now that's the final out. We do have one more batter, Jared Herbert. He reached out of there his first time. The Blue Jays have done a good job defensively here in the second inning. Only giving up 4 runs, but Herbert will get his big cut right here. But a well-played game. Well-played game. He's a left-hander. Herbert is. Remember, 3 innings, hidden T-ball action. Herman makes a cut. Can't quite get it. Makes another swing, hits a ground ball foul down the third base line. He'll get another shot at it right here. Cooled down just a little bit.
Yes, it has. It's a lot better than it was earlier this afternoon.
It's been a hot one in Glasgow today. There's another grounder fielded by third base coach. Steve Davenport gives that old softball pitch. Toss back to Richie Garjuan.
A little back spin on it.
Steve might be a pretty good softball pitch, a slow pitch. Here's a grounder to Ryan Durham. He'll roll it to Allison Bradford, and she'll touch home plate. They'll record the final out. Now, the Brewers do come up with 3 runs in this inning. Boy, a good defensive job by the Blue Jays.
They played excellent defense that time. They picked up, Brewers were able to pick up 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 Blue Jay error, and left 2 men on.
So, after 1 1/2 innings, the Brewers 8, the Blue Jays 4. Back after this one message on WGCLU Sports.
He knows about tradition. For a number of years, Dickerson Lumber Company has been buying standing timber and logs. But any great tradition has its beginnings. That's why Dickerson Lumber Company applauds everyone associated with the Little League for the contribution it makes in getting our young people's lives off to a great start. Thanks to the coaches, parents, players, and everyone for a great year. From Carl and David Dickerson and everyone at Dickerson Lumber Company.
Jim Moody, Bruce Tribute, 14 Karat Gold Sports, here for the T-ball championship, Bruce. Let's look at the first batter for the Blue Jays.
Ryan Durham will lead it off for the Blue Jays, starting at the bottom of the order. Then we have Wesley Smith, followed by Luke Fleener.
And boys, these fellas can hit that T-ball, baseball. Sure they could hit a softball too. Mr. Durham had a double his last time up. Looks like Durham may try to go to the left side. He's capable of going up the middle too. Durham hits a ground ball. That will be fair. Put it right down the left field line. The left fielder Herbert will go after it. They'll try to hold Durham to at least 2. The throw will not be in time. And we want to thank the Little League folks. They are really helping us out here, Bruce. And the ball got away from the, well, let's see now. Do we have a base? It looks like Durham tried to take third. The ball did get back to the pitcher.
Ball got away, but he got it back and got control of it. And they ruled that he wasn't halfway, so they sent him back to second base.
So, and boy, did he strike that one down the left field line that time?
Laid it down that line. It rolled all the way to the fence.
I believe it picked up a little bit of chalk along the way, didn't it? Here comes Wesley Smith, the rover.
Reached on an error by the third baseman. He popped it up.
Left fielder can't get it. That's Jared Herbert. Herman, the throw will come to Royce. Royce can't quite make the tag. Oh, it popped out of his glove. Now the runner will try to advance. Here comes the throw to the third baseman, Frazier. He can't hang on to it. At it, 8-5. As Durham scores, and Smith with the RBI single, and then he advances on a pair of errors. And he's at third base, and the Blue Jays are in business. As Luke Fleeter comes up, he reached out an error his last time. So the Blue Jays, or the Brewers, have yet to record an out here. Smith on at third, 8-5. Here's Luke Fleeter, the pitcher. Like he's going to try to pull it down the left field line. There's a line drive up the middle, will fall in for a base hit. And a run will score, and it's 8-6. And the runner is allowed second base as the throw did not beat the halfway point. Coach Davenport says, oh, I thought it did, but it didn't. And Smith scores, and Flinders aboard at second base. As Dillard couldn't quite get the ball to the
wasn't
circle.
real happy with that call.
It was a bang play, no doubt about that.
It was a close play. Well, I think we had a close one here a while ago, and he sent one back, and he went the other way.
Here's a slow roller to Frazier. His throw will be not in time. Drew Wade off the bag, and everybody is safe. Now, Plater tried to score, but he did not get to the halfway mark before the ball entered the pitching circle. Thus, he'll have to go back to third. But a great start as Miss Courtney Nunn reaches with an infield single. Here's Jay Lancaster, runners on the corners, and it's 8-6.
Jamie Frazier sort of reminds you of Bob Horner down there on third base. The way he moves.
And he hits like Horner did
yes,
too,
he
doesn't
does.
he? Well, Bruce, the Brewers have not had a good defensive inning.
No, not
and the Blue Jays have hit the ball well.
They've hit the ball.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
we scored them all base hits.
All right. Here comes Lancaster. Tying run at first base, and they're just through the middle of their order. Jay Lancaster ready to take a big old cut. Hits it off the tee. So a dead ball. Lancaster, the left center fielder. Runners on the corners for the Blue Jays. Bottom of the second inning, they trail the Brewers 8-6. Lancaster ready to take a big old cut right here. The Brewers setting their defense, expecting him to pull it. Here's a ground ball to Frazier. Frazier will take it to Royce at second base for the forced out. Fleener scores, and it's 8-7. As Courtney Nunn is forced out at second, Lancaster reaches on the fielder's choice. Lancaster had grounded out his first time, as had Nunn. And there's Allison Bradford, who flew out her last time to the third baseman, Frazier. We're about halfway through the Blue Jays batting order. And Miss Allison is good, of course, is a left-hander. And for the Brewers defensively right here, they want to get that, continue to get that fourth out at second base.
They were able to hold the last two runners to first base to set up the fourth there at second.
Blue Jays have other ideas. Allison hits the tee. And you'll notice that the infield is really pulled in.
Right, so, the first few batters for the Blue Jays were able to hit the ball out of the infield. They advanced past first and would set up the runs for them.
And she hit the tee again. Allison did, so she'll get another shot at it right here. Little League Championship decided yesterday here on WCLU with the Braves beating the Cardinals 6-3. Bradford set to take a cut. Up, hit the tee again. But that's what I like about this. You keep on until you hit it, and that's what it's all about.
That's exactly right. They need to learn how to hit the ball.
That's right.
That's what they're doing right here.
They're out here to have a good time, win or lose. All right, Bradford getting some encouragement. Line drive. Oh, it rolls through on the left side, and everybody's safe as Frazier tried to grab it on the line drive. He was backed up by Edwards, who couldn't quite get there. And Miss Bradford has a base hit.
Yes, she does. Dropped it right in there and went by his glove. He didn't touch that ball, so we'll score that a hit.
Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first base.
Chuck Davis, the batter.
Now, Chuck got a double his last time.
Then was thrown out by the second baseman trying to advance to third.
See if he's going to try to go up the middle. Looks like he's going to try to go to the right, Bruce.
He hit that ball hard last time.
Here's a line drive. Oh, he's got it. Melton's got it at second. Here's a throw to Wade at first for the out. Good job by Gordon Melton. Runners at second and third now. And Abby Wells at the plate. 8-7. The Blue Jays trailing the Brewers, but the Blue Jays with runners in scoring position, second and third. And Abby Wells at the plate, and she popped out to the third baseman her last time up. Bottom of the second inning. Bruce, this is a thriller here.
Yes, it is.
At the Gord Park. But she'll try to pull it. At least that's what the defense thinks right here. Abby Wells pops it up. Frazier will give it a chase. He'll throw over to first base to Wade. She got it for the out. The run will score, and we're tied at 8. Good job by Frazier, but give Abby Wells credit, Bruce. She put it in play, and on the long throw, the Blue Jays tie this game at 8.
That's right. Got the RBI off the fielder's choice.
Well, Abby Wells with the RBI. She is thrown out. Good throw by Frazier and a nice catch by Wade over there. Whitney Wade. Here's Ryan Simpson. Reached out of there his last time. Pops it up, and the shortstop can't quite make it. But it just went beyond his glove, and the left center fielder Dillard backed him up. Backed up Brock Edwards. So the runner at second cannot advance.
Runner unable to advance.
That's Allison Bradford.
Right.
Ryan Simpson is the runner at first. Here's Eric Abner, who flew out. And then
two
Jonathan
more
Houghton.
counting batters right here.
This is a very big batter for the Brewers right here.
Yes, it is. I'm sure the Brewers are trying to get the out.
Here's a line drive. Wade, he kicks off her foot and rolls into right field. 1 run will score. Here's the throw to Royce. Royce, does he tag the runner out? Yes, he does. But another run scores for the Blue Jays, and they lead 10-8. Nice tag by Wes Royce and a good throw by Hunter from right field. But the Blue Jays have the lead 10-8. Good base running that time by, I think, Ryan Simpson scored, as did Allison Bradford, and the Blue Jays lead the Brewers 10-8. Jonathan Houchins, Mr. John Houchins is up.
With nobody on.
That was a nice throw. But the Blue Jays, Bruce, I think, have scored 7 runs in this inning.
Yes, they have.
I'm sorry, 6 runs.
6 runs.
They've really hit the ball well. All right. So what the Blue Jays, of course, they'd like to see him clear the bases, hit a homer. There's a pop fly. Left fielder Dillard scoops it up. He'll make the throw home. All got away momentarily from Beard. And Miss Danielle picks it up, touches the plate, and the inning is over. But a good one for the Blue Jays. They score 7 runs here in the last of the second inning, and they lead the Brewers by a score of 10-8.
10-8. We had 6 runs on 6 hits, had 3 Brewer errors, and nobody left on base. 1 person left on base. I'm sorry, the last counting batter did not score.
All right. After 2 innings, Blue Jays 10, Brewers 8. Back with the third and final inning after this one message on WCLU Sports.
Dr. Chris Stewart believes in our schools, and with good reason. Even long before he started his dental practice in Cave City, Chris Stewart was involved in school support and activities. He knows that dedication and hard work not only make a great team, but a great individual. Chris Stewart has shown that in his work as a dentist, in his dedication to his community, and hard work as a civic leader. And that's why Chris Stewart continues to support our youth and our community by sponsoring this broadcast. Because Chris Stewart knows that the best way to a better tomorrow is to invest in teaching leadership today. Best of luck from Dr. Chris Stewart.
All right, Bruce, down to the final inning. Boy, it's been an exciting one.
Yes, it has.
Let's look at the first 3 batters for the Brewers as they trail for the first time in this game, 10-8.
Jared Herman will lead off. Wes Royce is on deck.
Herman hits it right through Durham's legs at third base. The left fielder for the Blue Jays scoops it up. That's, I believe, is that Courtney Nunn, I believe?
Courtney Nunn, I believe, picked that ball up and got it back in.
All right. And good start for the Brewers here in the third inning.
Wesley Royce at the bat here.
Now Herman reached out an error his first time, and he singled just a moment ago. West has reached on a fielder's choice 2 times. The outstanding second baseman of the middle infielder, if you will. Royce, it's a grounder to the second baseman Simpson, and he tags the runner out. Good job by Ryan Simpson at second base. Royce reaches on a fielder's choice. So, 1 gone. Well, really, we don't count outs here in the T-ball ranks. Carl Napier, for some reason, Bruce, is adjusting my tie. I guess he thinks I've got too much blue on here. I wish I had something orange on, Carl.
He's probably looking for that Tennessee shirt on under that shirt you had on yesterday.
All right. Royce, the runner at first base. Whitney Wade at the plate. Whitney reached on a fielder's choice and singled her first time. Reached on a fielder's choice her last time.
Mark had a little conference there. I'm sure he gave us some last-minute instructions here.
And the Blue Jays, with a 2-run lead, really want to get that force out at second every time, just like they did. Here's a line shot into left center field. Royce will be safe at second. West will try to advance to third. The throw will not be in time. Good base running by Royce, and the throw from Lancaster a little bit late to Durham. Royce, the runner at third. Wade with the base hit, the runner at first base.
Pete Road slide there by Wes Royce into third base. Head first.
Here's Jamie Frazier. Frazier with a double and a single. And he has the capability of taking it out of the yard.
If he gets a hold of the ball, we may see it go bye-bye.
Looks like he's going to try to go to the right side. Long fly ball, almost caught by the right fielder Abner. Did pop out of his glove. Royce will score. Runner tries to advance to third. Here's the throw, not in time. On at second is Frazier. The runner at third is Whitney Wade. And boy, I'll tell you what, Mr. Eric Abner almost caught that ball in right field, Bruce.
That was an excellent attempt right there. That ball was hit pretty well, and I really feel like the reason she dropped that ball is just, you know, the hand's so small, it just hit in the glove and bounced out.
Well, Frazier's taking it for a ride every time, hasn't he?
Well, he seems to hit the ball harder down that right field line. When he looks at right side, he puts it in the air.
10-9. Here's a ground ball hit from Jody Simmons. The throw will go into right field, and maybe 2 runs will score as Durham's throw went past Davis. 2 runs will score for the Brewers, and they've taken the lead 11-10. Scoring Frazier and Wade, and Durham's throw to the first baseman Davis was to the left side, so an error charged to the third baseman, Ryan Durham. Simmons aboard second base off the errant throw, and here's Danielle Beard, who reached on a fielder's choice her last time. She's also reached on an error.
A big key right there. That ball got far enough past the first baseman's fence that Jody was able to advance to second base.
Grounder to Durham. Durham, he lost the ball. He started to throw it, Bruce, and it just popped out of his hands. It didn't go anywhere. So runners are safe at first and second.
I'm not sure that he wasn't going to fake a throw right there and try to get the runner to come in and maybe get that lead, tag that lead runner, and it slipped.
So that could have been intentional.
I believe it might have been.
All right.
He was maybe faking the throw to first to try to get that runner to get a tag right there.
Brock Edwards is singled and reached on a fielder's choice. He's the 7th batter. Runners at first and second. Here's a grounder. It rolls into right center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Miss Jody Simmons around the bag at third, and it's 12-10. And that was much like a hit in the last inning. It took a bad hop on Fleener that rose past Simpson. Abby Wells gets it in right center, but not before Jody Simmons scores. So aboard with another base hit is Brock Edwards. And so far in this inning, we count 4 base hits for the Brewers. That's twice as many as they had all in the last inning.
And already scored 4 runs. You know, got two people on it. They've only been able to get 1 out, and they scored 4 runs right here.
Runners at first and second. Here's Hunter. A line shot. What a great catch. Beautiful catch by Davis. Boy, I mean, Hunter hit that ball well. What a great catch by Chuck Davis at first base.
He robbed Tony
no
Hunter
doubt about
an extra base hit right there and probably 2 RBI.
Oh, me.
That ball would have gone to the corner.
That's grand theft. Oh, what a beautiful catch by Davis. That's right. That ball was headed for the corner in right field. 12-10, the Brewers with the lead. Runner still at first and second, and here's Jimmy Davenport. Davenport looks like he'll go to the right side. It's a grounder. First baseman got it. And he'll step on the bag, but Davenport did move the base runners. Moved them over to second and third.
I think that was their main intention right there with 2 runners. They want second and third because 2 more batters, you know, it gives them more an opportunity with second, third of any ball hit out of the infield to get those runners in before they get that last out at the plate.
Greg Dillard has singled a couple of times.
Twice. He's hit the ball well to left center field both times up.
Dillard, the number 10 hitter. And he hits it again to left center field, Bruce.
It bounces off the left center fielder's foot.
2 runs will score for the Brewers. Here comes the throw to second base. It will not be in time. So a big double for Dillard. He drives in a pair of runs, Beard and Edwards. Got it 14-10 with Gordon Melton coming up. This, in my opinion, could be a very big hitter for both teams. The Brewers would like to have a 5-run lead.
That Dillard was able to advance there to second because that's going to give him a bigger jump if Gordon Melton gets the ball, you know, out of the infield for him to score.
All right, let's see what Melton has done, Bruce. He's doubled and he's reached on a fielder's choice. He will be the last counting batter. 14-10. Already the Brewers have scored 6 runs in this inning, twice as many as they scored in the second.
You've got to feel like that they're going to want him, you know, they're probably not going to want him to try to place the ball anywhere, just to swing away.
Like Gordon Melton will try to go to the right side.
He's taking a few vicious warm-up swings there.
Boy, he is, isn't
he? Gets a hold of the ball the way he's swinging at it. It may go off that Go Blue Jay sign out there.
May go to the Bear Metcalf Ambulance Service. It'll be ice.
Maybe fishing it out of the creek.
Yeah, you're right. Like he's going to go to that right side.
He gets a hold of it the way he's swung it.
Oh, he hit it right back to Flinter, the pitcher. Throws it to Bradford. Bradford will step on the bag, the home plate, and the Brewers fail to score that 15th run. But they do have a 4-run lead at 14-10. Erin Simmons will bat right here, though. She'll get her shot at it. See how far she can knock that baseball. 14-10. This could set up an interesting final inning, Bruce. The Blue Jays scored 4 in their first inning and 6 in their second. So certainly not an insurmountable lead by any means.
The big advantage in T-ball is having the last bat, though. You know what you've got to do.
Flainer catches a ground ball hit by Erin Simmons. Bradford steps on the plate. And the top of the 3rd inning is over. And what are the numbers, Bruce?
Brewers, you know, from their second man down, they scored 6 straight runs there, and then the Blue Jays were able to get them out. We have 6 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 2 men left on base.
So after 2.5 innings, the Brewers 14, the Blue Jays 10. Back after this message on WCLU Sports.
Monday night is family night at McDonald's.
Come on in for a budget-minded deal from 4 till 8 every Monday night for dine-in customers only.
You can buy McDonald's hamburgers for just 25 cents.
There's a limit of 10, so you can bring your whole family into the dining room at McDonald's in Glasgow for a great deal on a great meal. Monday nights 4 till 8, dine-in customers only.
McDonald's hamburgers. Just 25 cents each.
Limit 10 at McDonald's, Knob Road at the Bypass in Glasgow. Monday night is family night.
First review, we're down to the 3rd and final inning, and to me, for the Brewers, the first 3 or 4 batters in this inning may be very critical.
Right.
Really for both teams, the Blue Jays and the Brewers. Here's Jonathan Houchins. He's singled and doubled. That's a line drive that will roll into left center field. He'll have at least a single out of it. And that will be all as the left center fielder makes a quick throw to Wes Royce. Let's see, Jared Herbert and Erin Simmons and Greg Dillard and Brock Edwards are all over there doing a good job. All right. Boy, they are feeding us good here at the Little League, aren't they, Bruce? That popcorn and those hot dogs ought to be enough for you for supper. What have you got, about 10 hot dogs? That's about how many you usually eat, isn't that right?
Yeah, I think that's mine. It's on my side. I don't know. They didn't bring you anything.
They know I don't need any. All right. Runner at second. Houchins off to a good start for the Blue Jays. Here's Eric Abner. He's reached out an error. See what Eric can do. Ground ball comes to Frazier at third. Jamie's got it. He'll have to throw across the diamond. Won't be in time. Wade will try to throw to second to Wes Royce. And they get the runner hung up, but alertly getting back is Abner. Houchins scores, and it's 14-11. The Blue Jays get that first runner, Jonathan Houchins, scoring. And here's Ryan Simpson. So a good start for the Blue Jays, Bruce.
Yes, it was. To get that first run across and still have a base runner on, they've yet to make an out. They tried to get the out there at first base, and Jamie might have been a little better off if he held the runner at second and, set up the fourth at third maybe. That was an awful long throw.
That's a good job by Eric to stop the wheels right there. Let's see, Ryan has reached on an error twice. Ryan Simpson, ground ball comes to the shortstop. Fumbles it, picks it up. The throw comes to West Royce from Mr. Brock Edwards for the fourth out. So Abner's forced out at second. Simpson, the runner at first, reaches on a fielder's choice. And here's Abby Wells. Abby is grounded out to the third baseman and has popped out to the third baseman. Abby's the fourth hitter.
Think she'll go to third base this time?
Well, I don't know. It almost looks like she's got to go up the middle, Bruce. Let's see what happens. 14-11. Hits the tee there. I believe she was trying to go up the middle. Or at least not pull it as much down the third base line.
Well, I heard the coaches there between the innings was trying to stress to them to hit the ball on the ground.
Now she looks like
they hit a lot of pop-ups.
Now she looks like she's got to go to the right side. And they're shifting that way over there. Let's see what she's got to do. Ground ball comes to Brock Edwards at short. His throw to West Royce. Is it in time? No. Little bit late from Edwards to Royce. And runners are safe at first and second. So, Wells on with the infield hit, and here's Chuck Davis. He's grounded out a couple of times. Oh, I'm sorry, he's doubled. He got thrown out trying to go to third. Then he grounded out.
Then grounded out to the second baseman his second time up.
14-11. The Brewers lead the Blue Jays. Blue Jays with runners at first and second. This is their number 5 hitter here in the third and final inning. They score 3 more, they tie. They score 4 more, they win. Davis, pop fly. Nelson, does he have it? No. Goes to the right center field. Simmons has it. Her throw, will it come to Royce in time? Not quite. Got away from West. 1 run will score for the Blue Jays. And scoring will be Ryan Simpson. Runners are safe at first and second. Chuck Davis at first. Abby Wells at second. Davis with a big base hit. And here comes Allison Bradford at the plate. Out a 2-run lead for the Brewers. Bruce, they're going to have to play outstanding defense right now.
Right. They've that 2-run lead. They're going to have to shut them down. And of course, the big bats have yet to come up for the Blue Jays yet.
Allison.
Well, Bradford, in fact, she'll try to go to the right side. I'm called by Coach Planer. I think he's wanting to direct her to go to the right side.
Well, he's trying to get her to back up in the box, and I didn't think she quite understood what he was talking about there.
Well, Bruce, has it lived up to its billing?
It's been an exciting ball game.
14-12. The Brewers lead the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays with the final bat. They've got runners at first and second. And after Bradford, they've still got 5 hitters. So the numbers are in their favor. We'll have to see what happens. Bradford ready to take a big old cut right here. It's a pop fly. Davenport is throw to Frazier. Great throw by Davenport to Frazier at third base for the fourth out. Oh, that's a fine play by Jimmy Davenport. And he had to go to his left, Bruce, on the right side of the infield. Had to turn around and fire to Frazier at third to get the fourth out. And he forces out the base runner, Abby Wells. Oh, that's a great play. Outstanding.
Yes, it was. He good arm right there. He was on the first base side, threw a strike to Jamie Frazier there on third base.
Here's Jay Lancaster. He's grounded out, and he's reached on a fielder's choice that he scored once. Let's see what Lancaster does. He's going to go to the right side, it looks like. They're set up defensively that way. Lancaster hit the tee on that one. 14-12, bottom of the third inning here for the Pee Wee Championship on WCLU. Djibouti and Bruce Tribune. It's been a nip and tuck battle for the Glasgow Championship. Beautiful evening for baseball action. Lancaster, center fielder, ready to take the cut in just a moment. And he does. Here's a pop fly. And Simmons has it in right center field. The throw won't quite be in time. West Royce will run it to the pitching mound, but not before the runner scores. Is that Abby Will? I'm sorry. That was Chuck Davis, I think it was, Bruce, who scored for the Blue Jays. And it's 14-13. A big base hit right there from Jay Lancaster. And here's Courtney Nunn. Tying runs at second. The Whitting runs at first.
He's hit it to third base both times. Well, got her looking down that first base side.
Time called by the third base umpire, Michael Doss. And we have a defensive change, or we're going to have a little strategy right here.
I think they're say she's trying to hit the ball down the first base side, and if she hits it to the first base, they're wanting her to try to get the lead runner at third rather than get the out at first base.
Which is very appropriate.
You need to keep the runners out of scoring position.
And if she can move that runner over, the odds really stacked in the Blue Jays' favor. If she can push those runners over to second and third. Wade is at first base. Melton is at second. Royce remains at his normal position around second base.
Will this change the offensive strategy now?
Well, let's see. Might she try to go up the middle? I don't know. Looks like she's going to, Bruce. She may still go to that right side. Here's a ground ball. And the second baseman, the shortstop Edwards has it. And Edwards just stands there and decides not to throw it. And the bases are loaded. So the tying run's at third. The winning run is at second. Luke Flainer is the batter. 3 more hitters for the Blue Jays. 14-13. The Brewers with the lead.
Jim, it's one of those where you say we've had an outstanding ball game.
Oh, boy, haven't we, though.
It's going to be one where you hate to see someone
lose. Oh, you do. No doubt about that. But all of these kids are winners in my book. All right. Slater looks like he'll try to go to the right side right here. Here's a line shot. Melton lets it roll through, goes to Simmons. The tying run scores. The winning run will score, and the Blue Jays win the championship, 15-14. Big base hit from Luke Slater. And let's see, scoring the tying run was Bradford, and Jay Lancaster scored the winning run. And the Blue Jays win 15-14. Bruce, but both teams played an outstanding T-ball game.
Yes, they did. We just said, you hate to see one lose, and they're out there ready to shake hands. We had an outstanding ball game.
And really, the Blue Jays just hit that ball well, I thought, in the second and third innings.
Yeah, the second and third innings were their big innings. Well, they got them to start hitting the ball on the ground. He popped up a lot to the third baseman that first inning, and he played just a super first inning and shut them down, and they were able to get the base hits in the second and third innings to win the ball game.
All right, Bruce, we're going to take this 2-minute timeout, and I'm going to journey out to the field here, and we're going to begin our interviews. We'll be back in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
When planning your vacation, come to South Central Bank.
When it comes to your vacation financial needs, South Central Bank is your one-stop vacation headquarters with a wide variety of vacation services available, and that's good for you.
You're going to need cash, of course, and that's why South Central Bank offers vacation loans. When you apply, you'll receive a fast answer. Plus, we can arrange terms to fit your budget.
And to be on the safe side, make sure you pick up American Express traveler's checks at South Central Bank. They're safe and insured.
Also, don't forget to apply for your MasterCard or Visa, the perfect traveling companion. A Visa or MasterCard from South Central Bank is accepted worldwide for meals, hotels, and emergency cash.
So before you pack your bags, take a trip to South Central Bank. We're good for you and your vacation, too.
We're the best at what we do. The bank that does what's good for you.
South Central Bank, Glasgow and Park City. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lenders.
Dickerson Lumber Company knows about tradition. For a number of years, Dickerson Lumber Company has been buying standing timber and logs. But any great tradition has its beginnings. That's why Dickerson Lumber Company applauds everyone associated with the Little League for the contribution it makes in getting our young people's lives off to a great start. Thanks to the coaches, parents, players, and everyone for a great year. From Carl and David Dickerson and everyone at Dickerson Lumber Company.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Snyder. On the Monday Night Radio Show, the boss of bosses, John Gotti. We'll talk with crime reporter John Miller about America's most powerful mobster, recently sentenced to life without parole. The mob and its most notorious underworld leader, and then the real-life Murphy Brown, Boston TV anchor Liz Walker. Only on the Monday Night Radio Show with Tom Snyder. Hope you'll join us right here.
Beginning at 9:07 Monday on 14 Karat Gold WCLU.
All right, welcome back to 14 Karat Gold WCLU. As we've got some player interviews to conduct, let's bring Coach Slater and Coach Durham over here for the Blue Jays. Congratulations, Terry. Congratulations, Alan. Boy, this was an outstanding T-ball game.
Sure was.
let's talk a little bit. Let's talk. Yeah. Sure was. That's your traditional answer. Terry, you really hit the ball well in the second and third innings, we thought.
Yeah, we hit the ball today as well as we've hit it all season. We went through a slump during the middle of the year where we didn't hit the ball very well. But our defense, that's pulled us through the whole time this year. If it wasn't for our defense, we would have lost some games. But we just really played good defense.
You made, I think, a couple of throws. Wesley Smith to Ryan over at third base. You tagged out a couple of Brewer runners back in the first inning, which could have cut down a couple of runs.
Yeah, we usually get a lot of outs at second. West, he's like I put on the paper. He's one of the best second basemen in the league. He's a first-year player too. He really does a good job at second.
And Alan, something else that impressed me about your team and the Brewers, your outfielders really get that ball back quickly. Oh, yeah. And you know, a lot of balls that roll to the fence, most hitters are held to single.
We want to keep those kids on first base because it keeps our force play in order, and our kids do a great job on the infield of getting the force play. We got several force plays. Balls hit hard to our second baseman today, and he turned and made the throw with runners going right past him. He made some great plays. That was Ryan Simpson.
What does it mean to go undefeated?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. We tried to say there was no pressure today. We told the kids that, but they felt it a little bit. But we had a good season, whether we won or lost today. We were going to be real happy with our season. These kids had a great time. They were a good team to start with. We can't really take a lot of credit. They were good from the word go. I don't know. We kind of feel like we lucked out a little bit in the draft. We didn't know who we were picking all the way around. We just got some good players. That's what it takes.
Terry, I know you want to thank the parents, and the league this year was a good one.
Sure was. We've had real good parents all year. Kids were here for practice. Always just good things were said the whole time. Nothing, no bad comments from anybody. We just had a real good year, and yeah, the league did a good job.
There's some great teams.
Yeah, there was. There's four real good teams in the league. I mean, the league was pretty balanced.
And each of those four had a tough time winning on Saturday in the quarterfinals. So the league was really a good league. Yeah, they did a good job.
One thing I want to say about the league, the way the order they finished, the first place team didn't get beat by anybody under them, the same way as the second place team. That's the way it went, all the way down. Nobody beat anybody ahead of them.
All right, let's bring everybody up here now. Single file. All right, tell me what your name is.
Chuck Davis.
And Chuck, tell me what position you play.
First.
And how old are you?
8.
And what have you enjoyed most about playing T-ball this year? What do you like about it?
I like the batting the most.
You like the batting? All right, good job, Chuck. All right, who we got here?
Jay Lancaster.
And how old are you, Jay?
8.
And what position do you play?
Left center.
All right, what did you like the most about playing this year?
The batting.
You like the batting? All right, good job. All right, who we got here?
Ryan Durham.
How old are you, Ryan?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Third.
All right, what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Fielding.
All right, you do a good job. Who we got here?
Courtney Nunn.
And how old are you, Courtney?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Center field.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Batting.
All right, good job. All right, who we got here?
Jonathan Hudson.
And how old are you, Jonathan?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Shortstop.
And what do you like doing most in baseball?
Fielding.
All right, good job. Good job. He's a good slider, too, I understand. All right, who have I got here?
Ryan Simpson.
And how old are you, Ryan?
7.
And tell me what position you play.
21st and 2nd.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Batting.
All right, good job. Who we got here?
Abby Wells.
How old are you, Abby?
8.
And tell me what position you play.
Outfield.
And tell me what you like most about playing T-ball.
Hitting.
All right, do a good job. Who we got here?
Allison.
What's your last name, Allison?
Bradford.
Okay, how old are you?
6.
And what position do you play?
Hind catcher.
What do you like about playing T-ball?
Hind catcher.
All right, like catching that ball. Who we got here?
Eric.
Are you Eric Abner?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you, Eric?
7.
And what position do you play?
Right field.
All right. What do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Hitting.
All right, good job, good job. Who we got here?
Luke Cleaner.
And how old are you, Luke?
7.
And tell me what position you play.
Pitcher.
What do you like most about playing T-ball?
Fielding.
Okay, good job, Luke. And we got one more. Who are we talking to?
Wes.
What's your last name, Wes?
Smith.
All right, what position do you play?
Second base.
All right, and how old are you?
7.
And what do you like most about playing T-ball?
Hitting.
All right, have we talked to everybody? Thank you, Coach Durham. Appreciate it. Now, if we can get the Brewers over here, and Coach Davenport and Coach Wade, we will visit with them very shortly. And then, Wayne Moore and Ernest Chambers, they need to get these ceremonies underway, so we want to get the Brewers over here and talk with them for just a moment on WCLU, along with the Electric Plant Board CATV division. Let me tell you, Coming up in about a half an hour, we'll have the broadcast of the Phillies and the Dodgers at Lou Gehrig League Championship battle here on WCLU. We'll bring the second-place Brewers out here and visit with them in just a moment. Bring Coach Wade and Coach Davenport, and we'll have you folks set up in a single file for us. Let's bring Coach Davenport and Coach Wade here, talk with them first, and then we'll talk with these young men and young ladies. Coach Wade, Coach Davenport, outstanding job. This was just a great T-ball game. You fell a little short, but you just had an absolutely fantastic year.
Jim, we did. First, I want to congratulate Terry Durham, Alan Fleener. They got an outstanding team. Those two fellas do an outstanding job. Nobody beat them all year. We thought we were as good. We were just wrong. And they do an outstanding job. Our kids, we're big time proud of them. There's never been a bunch of kids work harder. Never been. Mark Wade is outstanding assistant coach. We had all the other parents help us. We got fine kids. We played the hardest we can play. Our hats are off to the Blue Jays.
Mark, we thought you just made some big plays defensively. You got some big hits. The Blue Jays, I thought, hit the ball well today.
They hit the ball very well today. I've watched them on several games, and normally they do hit the ball hard, and we know they're going to do that. If we could have made a few more key defensive plays ourselves, I think it could have been reversed. But you got to take the hats off the Blue Jays. They're a strong team. We know that. We played them strong in the first game, and we knew this would be a battle here also today. And again, they're a good team, and they deserve to be number one team.
Steve, I know you want to brag on your parents, because they really helped out.
We sure do. We got the best. Undoubtedly, our team may be number two. Undoubtedly, our parents are number one. They're absolutely outstanding from top to bottom, every one of them.
All right. Anything else you want to say about your team before we visit with them?
I would like to say something to you, Jim. We really appreciate y'all coming down here for the final game. You know, I've been in coaching for several years, and one of the first things, the first day of practice, you know, we work for is try to get that in the final game because we know we'll be on WCLU. So we appreciate that very much, your support and all. Really do.
We appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Steve, y'all had a great season. The league, from top to bottom, a tough league. The top four seeds, I think, got to the semifinals, and it's really been a good T-ball season. I think you told me about 160 kids in the T-ball rank.
Sure did. 160 kids. This is kind of the end of an era, Jim. We're not going to have T-ball anymore. They're going to throw it to us next year. It's going to be entirely a different deal.
Oh, is that right?
That's right, but we had a super year. We're just proud to be here.
Thank you, Steve. All right, and Mark, outstanding job. All right, who have I got? What's your name?
Jared.
What's your last name, Jared?
Herman.
And how old are you?
8.
Okay, what position do you play?
Left center.
And what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
I don't know.
You like hitting the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job. All right, what's this young man's name?
Wes Roy.
How old are you, Wes?
I'm 7.
And tell me what position you play.
Second base.
And what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
All right, good attitude, good attitude. All right, what's your name?
Whitney.
What's your last name, Whitney?
Wade.
And how old are you?
6.
And tell me what position you play.
First.
And what do you enjoy most about playing?
Everything.
Everything, good job. All right, what's your name?
Jamie.
What's your last name, Jamie?
Frazier.
Okay, Jamie, tell me how old you are.
8.
And what position do you play?
Third.
What do you like to do most in T-ball?
Everything.
All right, you like to hit that ball?
Yeah.
Hit it a long way, hit it off the fence one time. Thank you, Jamie. What's your name?
Jody.
What's your last name, Jody?
Simmons.
And how old are you?
7.
Okay, 8. All right. What position do you play, Jody?
Outfield.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
Everything, good job. All right. What's your name?
Danielle Beard.
How old are you, Danielle?
6.
And what position do you play?
Catcher.
All right, what do you like most about playing, Danielle?
Everything.
All right. Who we got here? What's your name?
Brock Edwards.
And how old are you, Brock?
8.
And what position do you play?
Shortstop.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
All right, good job. What's your name?
Tony.
What's your last name, Tony?
Tony Hunter.
And how old are you, Tony?
7.
And what position do you play?
Outfield.
And what do you like most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
All right, good job. All right, what's your name, sir?
Jimmy Davenport.
And how old are you, Jimmy?
7.
And tell me what position you play.
Pitcher.
And what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
All right, good job. What's your name?
Frazier Dillard.
And how old are you?
8.
And what position do you play?
Center field.
Okay, what do you enjoy most about playing T-ball?
Everything.
Good job, good job. What's your name?
Gordon.
And what's your last name, Gordon?
Melton.
And what position do you play?
I'm sort of utility infielder.
All right, I like that. How old are you, Gordon?
8.
And tell me what you like most about T-ball.
I'm part of a good team.
All right, very good. And what's your name?
Aaron Simmons.
How old are you, Aaron?
6.
And tell me what position you play.
Left center field.
And what do you enjoy most about T-ball?
Everything.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Coach Davenport. Coach Wade. Certainly do appreciate it. Bruce, do we have any numbers that we want to pass along to our listeners as far as the team stats? Before we wrap up this segment of our broadcast, we will take it back to WCLU probably for about 10 or 15 minutes while we get things set up for the Lou Gehrig League title. Bruce?
Jim, we'll look at the final stats here. The Brewers had 14 runs on 12 hits. They committed 7 errors, left 5 men on base. For the Blue Jays, 15 runs, 14 hits. They also committed 7 errors and left 4 people on base. So that wraps it up here for the T-ball championship. And we'll be coming back to you in a few minutes from the Lou Gehrig field with the championship there between the Phillies and the Dodgers. So we'll take it back to the station now. Thank you.
And thank you, Bruce and Jim. Once again, the game you just heard on WCLU, the Blue Jays defeating the Brewers in the T-ball championship 15-14 in a hard-fought game for both teams. Chuck Nelson in with you. It is currently 6:57 on WCLU. More Little League action on the way with the Lou Gehrig Championship headed your way in about 20 minutes right here on 14 Karat Gold.
Have you or a loved one participated in a local event filmed by the Glasgow EPB? Maybe it was a school graduation, Little League championship, or musical performance. These are all events that have recently been professionally captured on video by the EPB to be aired on Channel 6. The EPB archives contain community, school, and church events dating back to 1990 and can be purchased by anyone. DVDs are $13 and would make a great gift for family and friends while preserving a timeless memory of a special moment in one's life. Call to place your order today.